Hey everyone, it is Paulette, Ms. Music Jackson coming your way, and this is another episode, if you will, of my perspective. It's been probably about a couple weeks or so since I did the last one. And initially, let me first, before I get into this, let me just say that I hope that all of my family and friends are staying safe in this pandemic going on continuously, with changes and numbers and everything going up every day. But just stay safe, everyone. But live as much as possible. I know there's restrictions. For me, it's been difficult, not going to lie. I'm just being very transparent right now. And it's been a difficult 2 months, going to 3 months right now for me. I'm just trying to do things like this and continuing, excuse me, on my book and so on and so forth to try to keep the focus, try to focus on something else other than this. But now, Mr. George Floyd, God rest his soul, the last few days has been killed. And this is what this perspective is about, centered around that. First off, my heart goes out to his family and his friends that are left to pick up the pieces of this unnecessary killing. I don't know another way to put that. It was senseless. It did not have to happen that way. He was already down. He was already cuffed. But his pleas and his cries for help, couldn't breathe, were ignored. People around him watching this were pleading with the police to let him up, when ignored. God rest his soul. He did not have to die, especially not in that way. And again, my heart and my prayers go out to his family and friends that are left behind to pick up the pieces of this his senseless death. And the people, the so-called men who did it, law enforcement who are supposed to serve and protect, they're not being punished for what they've done. It was purposely done in my eyes, from where I sit. This is my perspective, my view only. You can agree or disagree. But no matter how you see it, it was wrong. Wrong on so many levels. And I am recording this on a Saturday night. Now, on top of the senseless death of George Floyd, now we have people who are protesting. And I do that because it may have started out that way. There are people who genuinely want to protest. They want to voice their frustration and their anger. And not only us as African Americans, there are other people who are just as outraged and want to voice their concerns, their anger, their frustration, their support of this man who did not have to die in the way that he did. But now, as I sit here, watching all these posts on social media, all these news feeds, where it's going from city to city to city because of what happened to George Floyd, in the name of protest. And again, these are my views, my opinion, my perspective. Everybody's not protesting. They're using that word, they're using the events as an excuse for their own agenda from where I sit. And I've had this conversation with a couple of my friends today. And they're in agreement. Not everyone is protesting what needs to be protested or was supposed to be protested. And that's the senseless death of George Floyd and the way that it happened and everything surrounded with that. The men who did it, the men who were standing there and let it happen, law enforcement that is supposed to serve and protect all of us, not just a few. And I don't believe all law enforcement, no matter where you live, is bad. I don't believe that. There are some good ones who took the oath, who's doing their job the way they're supposed to, protecting, serving everyone, not just a select few. It pains me to see what I've been seeing for the last few hours. Cars burning, businesses being destroyed and looted. And pay attention. What I'm going to say to you is pay attention. Watch and listen. When you're looking at all these videos and all these pictures of all this, what has turned violent in the name of protest. No. I don't feel that all of that is necessary to get your point across. To vent your frustration and your anger and your fears. Why destroy a community? Why destroy people's cars that they have to go back and forth to the store, to work, to take care of loved ones? Why do that? Why destroy businesses that were put there for all of us in the surrounding communities to enjoy, to take a part of, to go in and buy what we need, what we like, whatever? I don't get it. So what's supposed to have been a protest for this man and the injustice surrounding it, and to get justice for him, that's what it's supposed to be. If you call yourself protesting the way that this whole thing has been treated, senseless act has been treated, he has been treated. If you're protesting that, then protest. But you can do it peacefully. In my opinion, my perspective, hence the name of this broadcast. Again, people are not protesting. I'm not going to say all, because there are some people that are genuinely protesting. They want their voices heard. They want people that need to hear it, need to see, to say, hey, we're tired. We're tired of being killed and attacked because of the color of our skin and the category that we check. What race are you? We're tired of being attacked because of that. This is not the first, and unfortunately may not be the last. I am praying with everything in my soul that we see an end to this crazy violence because of a person's skin color. Because of what certain people perceive that we're supposed to be as a people of color, African Americans. I am an African American woman. I'm very proud of that. I don't try to hide that. And let me just say this real quick. And this is just personal for me, what I've had to go through. Because I am a lighter skinned African American woman with an Indian background, Indian blood in me, because I'm a lighter skin, some people feel that I don't have the right to speak on or my opinions of being African American. Why not? I'm an African American woman. I can't help that I'm lighter skinned. I don't think that I'm better than anybody else. I'm still African American. I have African American children, family, friends, and I'm proud of who I am. I don't try to hide that. I don't try to say, well, no, I'm not all, I'm this, I'm that. No, I'm African American, people. That's what I check when I'm asked on an application or I'm asked on a form. What background are you? What race are you? African American, black, whatever you want to call it, whatever the flavor is this week. And I'm proud to be that. So when people say that, it hurts me and it angers me. Case in point, I was very young. I don't even think I was a teenager yet. West side of Cleveland, I was living at the time as a youngster. Walking down the street, spring day, I'll never forget it. Walking to the store by myself. These guys were rolling down the main street and yelled out the window and called me the N-word. So I can be light, medium, dark. It doesn't matter. I'm still an African American woman. That's what people see. I was called the N-word at a young age walking down the street by myself. Okay, let me get off of that. So my point in case of doing this was to address what has happened, the senseless death. And the looting that has gone on in the last few hours or so. Started in Minnesota, now it's like spread like wildfire across the cities, different cities, including my own hometown of Cleveland, Ohio. Now to the point we have a curfew now. We have a curfew and streets are blocked off, main roads downtown Cleveland. It's crazy, people. If you want to protest, protest. But don't destroy communities. Don't do that. Please, stay safe. It's just going to, in my opinion, that kind of thing could just escalate and just make things worse on many levels. From where I sit, you'll have to agree. From where I'm sit, it can really make things worse. If you want to protest, protest. I understand it. I get it. I'm angry too. I'm frustrated too. I'm tired too. Of all of it. It didn't have to happen. So, bottom line, stay safe. Protest in peace. Remember what you're voicing your concerns and your fears about. What has happened with this man that didn't have to happen. That we need justice for him, his family. Real justice. Don't destroy communities. Don't come from other communities destroying communities in the name of protest. All right. I'm not going to make this, I'm not going to say anything else because I feel myself getting a little bit emotional. It's just been crazy. It's been really crazy. I've been talking to a couple of friends of mine. It's like, what do you say? You kind of run out of words, all of the posts that I've seen on social media, all the videos and all right, so please, everyone, please stay safe. Rest in peace to all of those who have lost their lives in the last few months to senseless, unnecessary violence and hate. God bless everyone. I am Paulette Ms. Music Jackson, and this is my perspective. I'll be sharing this video on my YouTube page. Please feel free to share if you are so inclined to do so. To all my family and friends, please stay safe. I love you all. And I hope that when all of this is over, that we all get together and hug each other and love on each other very soon. All right, everyone. I'm not going to keep you. Again, just be blessed, stay safe, and let's remember those who have lost their lives, and especially in the last few days. Senseless. Didn't have to happen. All right, everyone. Have a good night and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Peace.